hands. I better not start singing. There'll probably be an avalanche. But my hands are frozen. All right, I just came to goof off for a little bit. Just goofing off. Hang on a minute. I'm going to spiral. That was such a terrible face to get stuck with. I was doing an impression of a president. Anyway, I had a place to sit my cell phone until once. Hang on. I don't want to sit down. I actually want to be eye level with you because I think it looked better if I was. Anyway, nobody's here. Good. I can tell all my secrets because nobody's here. Actually, I feel terrible. I've been mourning the loss of Stu and Vinny, kicking myself in the ass, really upset. Oh, yeah, I should be working on my book. Haven't done anything. I've done little things with my book. Nothing. I have to sit there and read it. And every time I read it, honestly, with every chapter, I'm finding ways to tweak it. So it's worth my time to reread it, because if I do, I'm going to have a great book. I'm half tempted to just throw my book up on my website right now, because I have this weird feeling on the inside and an urgency. And it's well, what if this and what if that? At least if my book is up, even though it's not completely proofread, at least it's there, it's up, and people have access to it. If I leave the house, I'll put the book up on my website. So if something happens, people have my book. But the second I get home safely to the house, I'm going to take it down and finish proofreading it. That's the kind of feeling I have in my stomach. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm thinking it's definitely wrong. And it's definitely not the first time I felt like this, especially over my book. That's why I've got 4 copyrights on it at this point. I forgot to bring a tissue. That kind of sucks. Hang on a second. I wonder if this will work. Wait. Okay. Sorry. I actually got a tissue. I forgot all about. I just stepped aside for a second. Anyway, so I came outside to clean off the chicken coop. I never cleaned off my car today. You know what I did? I slept all day. But then again, I was up for more than half the night last night. I've been up since 1:30, 2 o'clock. I couldn't sleep. So I started pulling and I started watching Facebook videos, reels. I'm stuck on those things. And I did not post up like a crazy person, but I did post up this morning. I probably sounded really snide in my post, but I let all my frustrations out in my post that I don't let out in person. Everything that I refrain from saying in person, I post up and speak about on the internet. Because I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful in any capacity. And honestly, I'm always polite. I just won't say anything. Because a lot of times, if I say something to a person and they get all red in the face and start looking away from me, or they just flat out ignore me like I'm not saying anything at all, then in the future to come, when dealing with that person or people, I don't say anything. I don't add anything to the conversation. And when they talk, I just, yep, 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 and that's it. and I just focus on getting back on my merry way. I hate to operate like that. I've never had to operate like that, but we're in a great falling away, and I just don't want to be wasting my time with like anything less than the truth and facts. Like I mentioned today, how it was man-made weather, and on Facebook I put up a reel. It was Sean Ryan interviewing a younger kid, blonde hair. He looked like he had a mullet haircut. Back in 2015, his biggest achievement was producing rain on a certain project, and this is what his company does. And then he said in January 2026, he was rolling out another chemical that would be like his even biggest achievement, and it would be producing snow. Sean Ryan interviewed that kid last year. A young kid, like, I don't know, I'd say in his 20s. So this whole snowstorm that all of us just went through, we didn't have to go through it. All the chemtrails. When I walked outside last week in the morning, like 4 or 5, 6 days before the storm even started, every time I came outside, every 45 minutes when I looked up in the sky, 6 chemtrails across the sky. They would no sooner just start to dissipate, and there were 6 more chemtrails in the sky, and it's coming from that kid's company, and I'm so terrible with names. I hate that. So you got to look up Sean Ryan, or if you're on Facebook, scroll through my whole diary, and you'll get to the post with that young kid. I should have taken it. You know what? I could scroll through Facebook and then grab the link and put it up on YouTube. I should have done that, but I'm lazy. I used to be like completely anal of making sure that Gab and X got my diary, and then I don't care. Not anymore. Look at all the chicks. You want me to close the door? They got a heating pad. You want me to close the door for you? What time is it? Oh, it's almost 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm closing the door. You know what? It's going to get dark out. Good night. I love you, my fine feathered friends. It's going to get dark out soon, so. Ava, yeah. My fine feathered friends. Night chickens. Yeah, it's 5. It'll be dark out in 40 minutes. And if I close that, I have a towel that I really wish I had a big moving blanket so I could just drape it over the chicken coop itself. This thing, look at the snow. I feel so terrible. Look at the snow right up against the chicken coop, and there's spaces, right? When that stuff, like, I meant to come out today and shovel this. Because that's terrible. When that melts, it's going to go right inside the chicken coop. Then it's going to turn to ice. It's going to be a terrible mess. I meant to come out and shovel today, but I was sleeping. However, it appears that the snow is still here. So it looks like tomorrow, since the snow is still going to be here, that I'll have a chance to shovel it. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. Anyway. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I still didn't clean off my car the last time, and I actually have to shovel out my car. I did not do that today. I should have done it today, but like I said, I slept all day because I was up half the night. I couldn't sleep. I started pulling for people and animals, and just, I got to get motivated and read my book and give it a final read through. go to my website, or go to my website, hollybaglio.com. Click on Kids in a Cage, and there's 26 drawings that I put back up that'll be featured in my book. So February, I put it up a week early. Aren't I so nice to you guys? I put it up, all my drawings, 23 drawings plus descriptions. I put them up a whole week early for all of you guys. Surprise. And so February 1st, I'll put up my autobiography and you can read it. It's going to knock your socks off. Uh-huh. Yep. I kept to my word. I'm letting you guys read it for free. It comes down March 1st. So if you're going to read it, you're going to have a whole month. And then after that, it's coming down off my website. And so are the 23 drawings. Shane. Hey, Shane, how are you? You know, I was thinking of reaching out to you, Shane. I'm so glad you stopped in. Okay, my autobiography came out to 270 pages. I have 114 drawings in it. And I know it's stick figure drawings, but it's such a huge document, even in a PDF file. I don't know how to email it to you. I want to get it to you and to Sean, and I want to get my book to everybody that I've previously interviewed with, as well as would like to interview with. I heard from somebody else. We'll talk about that in private, but I wanted to tell you February 1st. Okay, it's such a big document. I don't know how to get it to you, but at least February 1st on hollybaglio.com, I am posting up my book. I am not going to give people the option to download it because March 1st, oh yeah, this is something I wanted to talk to you about too. That's a second thing I'll take up with you privately. Something to do with my autobiography and something that you offered, and I'd like to talk to you about that. We'll talk private, but I wanted to let you know I'm going to let people read my autobiography for free from February 1st to March 1st. So I get to still keep my word. Before, I used to cater to a smaller crowd. So, of course, I don't care if they have it for free. And it was just, a couple thousand people. Now it's a larger crowd. And I got cold feet about giving it away for free. So that's why I got a publisher, and we'll talk in private. Actually, he found me and we started to become friends, and then we started to talk, and then he was gently trying to say, Holly, you got a decent book on your hands. Don't just sell yourself short. Holly, I'm trying to keep your best interest in mind. Stop being a stubborn, So, but we'll talk more in private. Thank you so much for stopping in. So I at least okay. On my website is everything. For the book, I have 26 drawings that'll be featured in the book. So March 1st, those drawings and the autobiography will come down off my website, but I'll have my autobiography up for free so people can read it. And then after that, come March 1st, I'd like to see if we could do something with it. But I'm still catering to a really small crowd, not to be rude or anything. But with the way people do things, half the people are not even going to read it while it's up for free. So they're going to miss it. But I'm telling you, and I was going to I got to stop thinking and just do it. I think about calling my friends and I don't do it. And then I find out they've died. I just lost 2 best friends a couple days ago, and I need to keep in touch better. So but yeah, my autobiography, the whole book will be up February 1st on hollybaglio.com. But I'd like to figure out a way to get it to you, Shane and Sean, and to your crew. It's just a really big document. If you got Gmail, we could probably do it through Google Drive, but I don't know what else there is to do. So anyway, I got 5 days left to read the book. Give it one final read through. I'm on page 20, and I think I have 120 to go. I'm a really slow reader. I'm so excited. I'm excited. I cannot wait to release it, because the second it's released, I'm going to be like, hey, Shane, when are you guys available? I'm like a kid in Toys R Us. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. This is so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I made a new drawing too, Shane. It was of the Daisy game. I made the drawing, I scanned it, and then I don't know what possessed me. I wound up writing all over the drawing. I mean, I could use whiteout and take out the writing, but I'm glad I just scanned it while it was plain before I put the writing on it. But I drew the Daisy game and what it looked like where we were being held when Mangley played the Daisy game. He loves me not. He loves me not. I really wish I told that story on Caravan to Midnight with Mr. John B. Wells. I feel like, anyway, I want to do great. I want to do good, but I'm really, really excited. So if you want a sneak peek, go to hollybaglio.com, click on Kids in a Cage. And if you want to be encouraged in faith to our one true living infinite Alua and creator, Yahushua Mashiach, who came in Yahuwah's name, then scroll through my testimonial drawings and look at my bubble and raft dreams, because they talk about my intimate relationship with Abba, and then the spiritual gifts he gives me, and look at the other drawings, because they tell a story in and of themselves. So I'm just so excited. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. That'd be stupid if I shut up right now. I'm running a video. I'm excited. I got to stay focused and try to stay motivated, and it's so difficult. I don't know why I'm struggling to do my own book. I remember being a secretary at AT&T and Pharmacia and being like, there's no reason why I can't be a boss and be the one to have a secretary. And now here I am being the boss, and I don't even, I'm running away from doing my own work. I should be excited and running to it. And I do. And I'm not trying to be anal, but I read through my website, the 3 chapters I put up on my website, so you guys could get an idea of what the book was like. I already saw a mistake where I wrote the word someone and it should have been the word somewhere. I got to go back and fix it. I'm going to remember it, but I hope to catch things, because I noticed some of my sentences are choppy and they probably don't sound right. The names of people that are still alive, I did not use their names in my book, but if they're dead, I use their names. For instance, now that one of my best friends, Stu, passed away, I can use his name in my book because he's gone. I can use my attorney's name in my book because he's gone. My other friend Vinny died and he's gone. Whenever I would roll out the maps and want a place to run away to and be around family, someone I trusted and knew and who knew me, Vinny and Stu, they did not know each other. Now when I roll out my maps, there's nowhere to go. The Guardian Oracle, keep going. Good. Thank you so much. I'm really humbled. Oh, I'll take that hug. Thank you so much, The Guardian Oracle. I'm humbled. I hope you like my book. You gotta look at the drawings. At least there's 26 drawings, but those are all the drawings that I have for Kids in the Cage. you know what I should do is like, since I have that urgency in my soul that I was talking about before, you know what I could do? What I already have proofread, I could take that part of my autobiography, copy it, save it into a PDF, upload it to my website, and then as I finalize it, I can roll it out to you. So, like, say tomorrow I proofread 20 pages. Okay, so tomorrow I can save till page 50, put it in a PDF, then upload it to my website, and then you can read it. And then hopefully the next day I'll read another 50 pages. And then I can save that into another PDF, take down what I have on my website, and then replace it with the new stuff I just proofread. So that way you would get it immediately hot off the press, and I could get rid of that urgency feeling I have in my stomach. Like, what if they don't get it? What if something happens? And then this way you'll get it like immediately. But what do you think? That would like probably take away my anxiety, panic, and settle my nerves a little bit. So as I go, when I'm finalized with it, I can just take that, save it, and upload it to the website and say, here you go. And then the next day when I finish, hopefully, I'm going to have to do like, I got 5 days left. I got 5 days worth of work. And when I wake up February 1st, I need to make sure in the pit of my stomach it's good. But if there's a mistake or I want to change something, I can always go back, make that change, and then make it up to, make the change on the website. But by the time it's published into a book or like a finalized electronic version for you to publish, by the time you get that, you'll get the perfect copy. Hey, DC, how are you? So my table of contents is long. My book's 270 pages with 114 drawings and descriptions, all made by me. Somebody a long time ago goes, oh, Holly, you're stupid. You should have my friend make your drawings. We'll do like computer drawings. Your book would do better if you let us do the computer drawings for your book. No, it would not be better. My book would flop then. It would suck then. The fact that I try to draw out my dream to show you what it looked like so you can get a feel for it, that rocks. That makes my book my book. I take you and I put you in my shoes. And I explain things very simply and very layman, but like Russ Dizdar, like, okay, Kathy O'Brien is groomed to speak and say, oh yeah, the elites did it for this reason. And when they did it, it broke your mind down and it was to degrade you. And, okay, I can't really, I don't speak like them. I would like to be able to, but what I can do is I can take you and put you in my shoes and give you an idea of what it felt like and what happened. And my memory is fragmented. There's only a couple full memories that I have. You have to keep in mind, I only have 1/3 of my memories back. The other 2/3 is still in my brain, but I think Abba's telling me, hey, Holly, I don't really want you looking back on the plow right now. And, finish your book. I'm really humbled, Guardian Oracle. Thank you so much. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Yeah. So, and I hope, okay, that was another thing. I was talking to people like when I first wrote my book in 2019. Oh, Holly, you got to put Bible verses to it. Bible verses. I was like, no, now you're being legalistic and religious. And there were times I was religious and legalistic, and I missed out on great opportunities to spend time with great people, and I'm upset with myself for it, and I repent. And I thought maybe Stu and Vinny didn't want to hang out with me because I am the way that I am. And that's why I come here to talk, because this is my life, and not everybody can handle it or want to handle it. And I don't interact with people like I used. I mean, don't talk about the same things. I don't know. So I got off on a tangent. What was I going to say? That's it. Thank you so much, the Guardian Oracle. So I didn't want to slap Bible verses to everything. I just wanted to give my experience and try to recall it to the best of my ability. And in some of my memories, things are like opposite. So if you were to take a picture and flip it opposite, some of my memories are like that. Or like when, like, I'll see white instead of red, or red instead of white, blue instead of yellow. Like, things get. And did you ever see that movie with, what's his name? I think it's Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. And at the end, she was riding a horse and touched the side of her horse. And there's a little pin. And she's like, oh, he's still alive. And there he is sitting in a limo driving off. During that movie, he's all choppy when he talks. Okay, my memories are like that. You'll see it in my book. Hey, Pat, it's great to see you. I love you. It's great to see you. So I didn't want to slap Bible verses to it. I wanted to give my experience. Plus, what I wanted to do was talk about how I met Yahusha and what it was like with him. I wanted to talk about my relationship with him. I did not want to dictate people into faith. You know what I mean? I didn't want, and I really hope the way when people read my book, they go, oh, wow, this is why the Apocrypha was taken away from us, because they didn't want us to see how Yahuwah really works, because the way Yahushua Mashiach, who came in Yahuwah's name, the way he works is completely opposite and different than the church. And it's different than the politicians. And it's different. And they don't want you to know he's different because they want to control you. You got to get to know him for yourself. And when the first thing he's going to do is prove that he's real, and he's got a sense of humor, and he's going to protect you. And those are the first basic things he does when you introduce yourself and you're like, hi, my name is Holly. What's yours? I heard I got to go through my Savior, the man who died on the cross, to get my prayers into the throne room before my heavenly Abba. So I'm going to follow that procedure and do it. And the Ruach Kadesh is him in spirit with us now. He's just invisible. But that, through his Ruach means spirit in Hebrew, through his Ruach is how he does things and how we still learn and how we know his name. And because he's with us still, he's just invisible. I tell him all the time, I don't know how you have so much restraint, because I'd be... Oh. Anyway, so I have to go inside because I'm like literally frozen now. And I lost my vape pen in the snow. I gotta make sure I got money for my costumes. Hang on a second. I gotta just hang on a minute. I gotta do something with the chickens. Hey, my babies. Hey, babies. I love you guys. Yahushua, please send down your warring angel. Heavenly Abba, please send down your warring angels to stand guard around the chickens and keep them warm and safe. Yahushua Shem, Selah. Okay. My toes are cold. Look at that. So we did not need to have this storm. The only reason why we had this storm is because some kid got a new chemical where he could make snow with silver dioxide or silver oxide, where he could make snow. Because his biggest achievement was making rain. So we went through this whole snowstorm because some kid literally just wanted to make snow. And then when you try to light the snow, it doesn't melt. It's nothing but toxic chemicals. And Sean Ryan had the kid on his show. Oh, there's a man named Dane, Dane Willington. He was on Caravan Midnight. Great guy. You gotta listen to him talk about bioengineering and stuff. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. You want to come over and cook for me? I'll eat it. You could cook me chicken on the bone. It's got to be on the bone, otherwise I won't eat it. You could get it on the bone and then pick it off the bone and cook it. What I want to do is hopefully the store has more chicken on the bone and I can get enough and pull the chicken off the bone and then make my ever so favorite teriyaki chicken. You know, when you go to get Japanese food and they cook it in front of you. Oh, it's my favorite. My favorite. I never started using my new facial cream. You think I get off my lazy butt and do it. It's just when I get tired so quickly that I'm lucky I make it to the bed. So I'm not thinking of, oh, wait, let me go wash my face with baking soda. I'm going to put on dragon's blood and coconut and castor oil. I'm not thinking that when I get tired. I'm really humbled. Thank you very much, Guardian. You have the same atmosphere, the same feeling as Galactic Guardians does. That nice calmness. Yes. I love you, buddy. Give me 1 second. Oh, God, it's got layers on. I should have put a couple of pairs of socks on. All right. This is why I can never gain weight, is because I'm constantly putting on and taking off layers. You know how much work this is? I shiver my weight off and can't keep it because all I'm doing is putting on and taking off layers. Hi, Snake. Poliskin, how are you? Snakes. No, snake. Poliskin. Uh-oh. Here we go. I was waiting for that to happen. I got it, DC. Goodbye. Get out. Don't come back. All things on. So, I wonder if my hair's okay. Yeah, I can take my hat off. My hair's all right. I lost all my curls, though. I was thinking the other day about wearing my hair straight. Here it is, almost straight. You want your wet food. Well, let me give it to you. Get out. No. Yum, yum, yum. I see these reels on Facebook with orange cats in them, and they're called Orange and Jobless. I was like, you know what? I have a Garfield myself. Yeah, I'm going to put this back. This will help my mood. This will make me feel better. Come here. I didn't hide you. Purring I've ever heard. I've been here plenty of times before. I don't know what's going on with you or anything, but I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay too, Andy Fax. I didn't hide you. You're still here. I don't know about the other people, but you're still here, my hun. Rewind now since they made the name change on YouTube and Fax was taken. I thought Fax seemed familiar, but no, I didn't. You're not blocked. I thought Fax looked familiar, so. No, it was the other ones. YouTube used to be good. You know? I used to have one ID. I think it was like called Wrath, Anger. What was it called again? Wrath, Anger, Vengeance, something like that. And I don't know. I lost that account. That sucked. I love that account. Blizzard. Ronnie Geller. Well, yeah, there was some kid that Sean Ryan interviewed that got a new chemical like silver oxide. He was creating water as his biggest achievement. And, well, he said back in 2025 that in January 2026, he was going to get to play with this chemical and make snow. So all of us around the country had to go through this crap because that kid wanted to make snow. Look up Sean Ryan, Ryan, Sean, Shawn. I put a clip of it on Facebook. Oh, don't do it. Don't. Thank you. I don't want him scratching up. Listen, I have like 4 layers on, okay? 5. Not enough. Mark. Hello. I have an unpopular opinion myself. But yeah, I forget the kid's name. I think the kid was in his early 20s. Blondish hair, kind of like a mullet haircut. Sean Ryan interviewed him last year. I remember watching the interview. And I should have wrote the date down, but somebody clipped that interview and I found the clip on Facebook Reels and I posted up a link. Here, you know what, Mike? You want to watch it with me? Let me put up a disclaimer. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We'll watch it together. Go grab your popcorn, beverages. I need that open, and then come here. Good. I'd rather you be up there. Yeah, there's just no way I could put the hat back on. The hula bag of lions. I know the Empress Hula, yes. I do not like her. Nein, I nuke her, yes. Hang on, I'm putting up a disclaimer first and foremost. Save. All right, I'm going to have to refresh that so I make sure it's all bong, chicka bong, 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 bong. All right, hang on.
The coastal nor'easter might.
I'm going to have to mute that. Holy bag of lions, where are you? I got a bunch of posts up. I'm never going to find it. Oh, this one is good. Hang on a second. Well, I put up a. I got a disclaimer up. All right, so hang on. I got it. This is 2017, I think. All right, what else do I have? What was this?
Texas and half the country's
This is it.
January 24th, 2026. Texas and half the country's dealing with Snowmageddon 2.0. And then there's this guy. Coincidence or not? What do you think?
Have you been in your own rain? Snow. Yeah, our own snow. It's actually way easier to make snow than it is rain.
Why is that?
So you know how the material freezes the liquid in the cloud?
Mm-hmm.
That means that the cloud has to be cold enough for you to freeze it in the first place, which generally means that it's cold beneath the cloud too. Now, with respect to rain, we're operating in Utah, Colorado, Oregon, California, and Texas. It's all rain in Texas, so we've been in our own rain there. Out in West Texas in the Trans-Pecos Panhandle, that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty. It's got to be a weird feeling, knowing that that's your rain.
Like I said, that's the second most important thing that I've ever done in my life.
What is the agent?
Yeah, so silver iodide. That is what
I was wrong. I'm
has
sorry.
been used in one form or another for the last 60 years. Its crystal structure is almost identical to ice. So that plus a couple other material properties make the water freeze onto it very well. We use so little of it, about 50 grams per 100,000 plus acres, that there's no accumulation, no measurable or consequential accumulation in the soil for humans or for farms or for ecosystems. All that being said, though, well, actually, the first point is most cloud seeding operations in the past have used flares. So they'll burn a flare that aerosolizes the silver iodide. But in the flare, there's a bunch of other junk materials, right? People get concerned about aluminum or stuff like that in the flares. So we don't use that because we don't want any additional additives beyond what is explicitly and exclusively for rainmaking. So our aerosol dispersion system just uses silver iodide. Something that we're working on right now is totally organic material found in American soil that is biodegradable, that is more effective and actually costs less per gram than silver iodide. We have a bunch of lab testing to do before we roll that out to the field, and then we need to do all the regulatory permissions with the EPA and otherwise. But silver iodide is what we've used for the last 7 months.
When do you think you'll introduce the other agent?
January 2026.
January 24th, 2026. Texas and half the country's dealing with Snowmageddon 2.0. And then there's this guy. Coincidence or not? What do you think?
Yeah,
Have you been
but
in your
hang
own
on
rain?
a second. Let's hear this
Bunch
one
of
more
lab
time.
testing to do before we roll that out to the field, and then we need to do
Hang on
the
one more
regulatory
second.
permissions and exclusively for rainmaking. So our aerosol dispersion system just uses silver iodide. Something that we're working on right now is totally organic material found in American soil.
It's not organic.
that
It doesn't
is
burn.
biodegradable, that is more effective and actually costs less per gram than silver iodide. We have a bunch of
Wire.
lab testing to do before
Wire.
we roll that out to the field, and then we need to do
You
all the
disperse
regulatory permissions with the EPA and otherwise.
chemicals on us.
But silver iodide is what we've used for the last 7 months.
And what else?
When do you think you'll?
And what else?
When do you think you'll introduce the other agent?
January 2026.
January 24th, 2026. Texas and half the country's dealing with Snowmageddon 2.0. And then there's this guy. Coincidence or not? What do you think?
Have you been in your own rain?
Get 2.0. And then January
No, I
24th,
wanted you
there's this
to stop playing.
guy.
Laura, yeah, earlier in this video I brought up his name, but I got his last name wrong. I was saying it was Willington. No, I'm wrong. It's Whittington. I'm sorry. And yeah, I like Dane Whittington. I've listened to him before. He was on Caravan to Midnight with Mr. John B. Wells and Special Jets. Yeah, so we all had to go through this snowstorm so that brat could make snow. We had to go through this inconvenience so that brat could make snow and then call it probably his second biggest accomplishment. He wasn't happy with just taking water, put it in the freezer, and when it was done, no, don't make it naturally. He just unleashed all of these chemicals onto us. Did you see those videos where people try to get the snow and burn it and it doesn't burn, it doesn't melt, it turns black? I tried it. It doesn't melt. It does not melt. Can I just speak from the heart and not hide? I Palal, Heavenly Abba's, Yahuwah's wrath and vengeance be upon the people that hurt his creation, animals, innocent blood, children, elderly, veterans, widows, that hurt his creation, hurt innocent blood, and do things like that kid does, like the brat does. The younger generation is not smarter by any means, not if they're into this kind of garbage. Anyway, I don't look too. All right, that's a little bit better. If I smile, it looks like I have weight. Okay, now it doesn't look too bad. See, if I would just start out my video looking nice, I'd feel better and try to stand proper and look pretty. This is why I do interviews, because then I care and I'm trying to look good. I hope I build up my confidence more. So, can't wait. Oh, I got to upload my blue swastika to my website. You want to upload my blue swastika with me to my website before I forget? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag you through the process with me. So the thing that is going to suck is that the table of contents is going to be incorrect. So I was thinking, I mentioned this in the video, but I'm going to bring it up again. I was thinking that I could say I edit 50 pages and, I'm going to save it to the document. But as I edit it, it's what I have now that I'm finalizing. It's already copyrighted. Everything's copyrighted to me. It's like my last thing. It's the 4th edition and final, and it's the best one yet. But I was thinking, I could save what I finalized and then just automatically upload it to my website. And then the day after, when I go to read another, hopefully 50 pages and finalize them, I can then save what I have proofread, put it up on my website. And then when I'm done proofreading the whole book, hopefully it'll be February 1st. And then I can run back through it, correct the table of contents, and then officially have up the finalized version February 1st. I can't believe it's coming. Shit, this sucks. So cool. Just sucks that now I can't call Stu up and be like, hey, my book just got released. I can't call Vinny and be like, hey, I'm coming over. I'm going to tell you my book just got released. Because they're dead. And They were my best friends. I should have kept in better touch with them. I should have nagged him. I told Stu I was going to nag him and call him more often, and then I never did. Tinfoil hat. I'm an author. Yeah, I think now I'm officially an author. I started out in 2019 trying to be. I think I finally accomplished it now. I'm so excited. I'm so glad it's done. And I got to end the book on my full reintegration. So I got to end my book on being fully cured and fully healed. I'm no longer DID. There's no 169 altars anymore. I'm no longer suffering from satanic ritual abuse. I'm no longer suffering from, I'm fully deprogrammed from MK Ultra. Yeah, I mean, like if I get triggered or stressed, I'll disassociate, but that just means I'm somewhere far away in my mind and I'm just not paying attention to my surroundings. Oh, no, I never did an interview with her. And every time I went into her chat room, I would get trolled and harassed so bad. She will not, I don't think she'd interview me because I'm into Yahusha and she's not. And what she's into probably will not allow her to have me on her channel. Have I never heard an interview? Hey, tinfoil hat, hang on. It's 3 milligram nicotine. I'm not perfect. I still have things to correct about my life. Just, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Hang on. Let me get you some. I'll get you some interviews. I actually got to do some. I'm so humbled and honored. I got to interview with Mr. John B. Wells, Mr. Dave Hodges, Mr. Paul Preston, Mr. Charlie Simmons, Ms. Lynn Scott Hagerman, Miss Emma from Imagination Podcast, Michelle Melendez at Blossom Inner Wellness on Rumble.com, and Miss Simone Anderson, Lost in Translation on Rumble.com, and she's an author, and you should check them out. And last but never least, Miss Shanti Mayberg from Aquarius Rising. Here, if you don't mind, I'll draw, instead of like doing each one individually, let me drop you a link, please. No, I'm the interviewee. No, I'm the interviewee. I don't ask people questions. They ask me questions. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, it did. Okay, here. This is where you can find my autobiography. I'll put it in edit in the description box of the video as well as in the chat room. So here. There you can find my autobiography and drawing. Below is a specific link to my interviews. Now I gotta go back to it. Hang on. Recent interviews. Copy. Come on. You are so slow. My VPN makes it so slow. You're not there. You're right there. Okay, so if you missed it in the chat room, don't worry. I just saved it to the description box of this video. You've never heard of me? I've seen you around. I think it's been you for a very long time. Tinfoil Hatter. Yeah, I've done a bunch of interviews. So, yeah. And I want to go once my book is released and people have read my book. That would be like a great time for me to interview because then people could, I don't know, ask me questions because then they'll be familiar with my story, maybe. I don't know. I look forward to it, though. I look forward to it. Hi, Laser Jet Music. How are you? So, all right, you beautiful, fine folks have spent an hour with me. I think I'm going to get going. Commentator, that's what I thought. 20 years worth. Really? I got on I got on YouTube in the year 2014. I think so, 12 years. I got on just at the end of YouTube being very good. You know, and they had all the good shows on, like the good documentaries, stuff about the New World Order, and all the good channels, you know. Yeah, I've seen you around for a long time. I thought that was you. I'm really actually honored and humbled that you'd even be in my chat room because I've seen you around and in other chat rooms and always engaging other people so often. I'm really humbled like that we finally get to bump into each other. Yeah, the best was the first 10 years. Yeah. When I got on in 2014, it was awesome. Actually, but I was watching a lot of them. Yeah, 2010, 2011, I got into YouTube videos big time. But by 2014, I started making YouTube videos. When Max Spears was assassinated, I came forward to the public in 2016, but I was still deprogramming. I had 169 alters. So doing those interviews, if you can find those old ones, oh. But then even once I was fully reintegrated December of the year 2022, I mean, I spent the year of 2023 and 2024 and 2025 trying to get used to it and like act normal. Like, I don't know, life is new. I feel like I'm a brand new person. Everything is new, and I want to experience everything because now I'm one whole person. I'm not broken apart in 169 pieces. So I feel like I'm only like 12 years old, is what I feel like. I'm 51 going on 12. They're messing with the frequencies on the Glen Towers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I see it all the time. It's rampant. We're facing a great falling away, Laser Jet Music. We are not facing a great awakening. And anybody preaching that false doctrine, you should get yourself away from and get yourself to safety. And no, I'm not kidding you, because wherever that person, whatever spirit they're getting that message from, they're spewing it onto you and your family and your loved ones and your pets and your car and your house and your future and your life and your health and your finances. No. Scripture says there's a great falling away in the last days and end times, and people are going to get swept away. Just like they got swept away in Noah's flood, they're going to get swept away with imaginations, doctrines of demons, and all sorts of garbage. They're going to get swept away from him. And they think, they can make Alua up as they go and just get into heaven when they die, and it doesn't matter. Some people are not even interested in knowing why they're here. Some people think that you can just say that you believe in him, pray once a day, and that's good enough. When I lived like that and I died, I landed in hell. We actually have to physically, if we say we love him and believe in him, then we need to physically be living in it. And that's, I don't know. I don't want people to miss the narrow path. Do you know how close I came to missing the narrow path? It took me 39 years. Nah, 38. When I was 38 years old, I think. 2013, I was down on my knees saying, I don't see a future for myself. And by the way, I always wanted a calling. Why do other people always get it? People from a big family or well-known family or money, they always get a calling. But what about me? I want one. Be careful what you ask for, because he's going to give it to you. You want a calling? He's going to give it to you. There is no doubt or question about that. It just depends how serious you are, and do you really want it? For good from narcissistic partner. Yeah, those narcissistic partners are terrible. I think she has that spirit with her. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, the dude that I was with, Abba told me, he's like, he left you because he couldn't control you, but he can control her. I was like, I would never allow myself to be controlled by a man who does terrible, shoddy carpentry, doesn't terrible, shoddy work on a car, orders the wrong parts, doesn't put them in right. Changing a tire, puts it on backwards, and then wonders why it flies off a couple days later when you're driving down the road. Yeah. So those narcissistic people, it's just better they go away. They can go control and make somebody else's life miserable. I don't know. I know a couple of people that go through things, and I share my stories with them. And I always tell them, you're a better woman than I am, because I never stayed and I could not get away fast enough. And when it came to the dude who collapsed my lung, I knew within the first 5 business days that it was a mistake to let him and his kid move into my house in Long Valley. But by then it was too late. And once I saw how he lived, he was no kind of father to his kid. Oh, I was there for 21 years. I know firsthand. Nobody can tell me different. I saw it with my own eyes. So I'm glad you're out and away, but I think he had the Jezebel spirit. He was a runaround and very manipulative, cunning, always out to make sure he got his, and he would always one-up you, use things against you, like take things away. And oh my gosh, I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of that stuff anymore. And I'm not going to let a guy like that control me anyway. He has a kid with a girl and doesn't honor the girl by marrying her or taking care of his kid and having a proper family until she's an adult. I got no respect for that, and I don't. Yeah, mere assets for them. And that was the thing. He was not, he didn't love me. He was in love with everything I had and everything I could do for him. He was in love with my house, my car, the fact that I got him his job that he has, if he's still working for that company where he was doing demolition. I don't know why they let him start doing construction. They should have kept him doing only demolition because his work is that shoddy. I worked with him doing demolition, carpentry, painting, and landscaping. And after a handful of jobs, I knew I never wanted to work next to him again because his work was so awful. Nor would I ever want to buy a house that he ever worked on. He put a window in a house, the main window of a house, in crooked. And you could see that it was crooked from the street. And he stood there laughing, ha ha, the window's crooked. We didn't even use a level. I was like, this is a person's house. It's permanent. They cannot set a cup on their windowsill without it tilting or sliding off. That's not funny. I hope the house doesn't sell and it falls back on you and it comes out of your paycheck that you have to pay for that window because you and Ron were too sloppy and too lazy to get out of level and do it right. Please go take the other girl. Please. You cannot go to her fast enough or soon enough. I'd carry your bags for you, but I just don't want to see you. You know? And then I got friends that I talk to and they go through stuff all the time. I listen and I care and I feel bad, but character. Yeah, but it's a window to a house. And while you have everything ripped apart, you may as well do it right the first time. And it's a house where people live. Do you want the windows in your house crooked? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Hey, Chris, how are you? It's great to see you. Like, if you wanted to draw a crooked window in the sand, that's fine. It's in the sand. It's not permanent in someone's house. Like, anyway, whatever. It's good to see you. I was actually going to get going. Almost lost my mental sanity. Yeah, laser jet music. That's what happened. He collapsed my lung, but yet somehow turned everything around to make it sound like he was victimized. He was not victimized, and he was never the victim. And if he really was the victim, and I had fallen into a counter and that collapsed my lung, which that's not enough force to collapse a lung. His punches was enough force to collapse a lung. But if it was true, like he said, then he would have never pled guilty in court October 2020. He would have never pled guilty to felony aggravated assault if it were not true. If he were innocent, he never would have pled guilty to aggravated felony assault. But yet he runs all over. Oh, I'm the victim. My hand is so bad. Yo, if your little Chiquita wants to believe that, more power to her, because I don't want you. And I remember distinctly telling you, I don't want you. I can't tell you how many times I told him, I don't want you. Like, we were friends for how long? And I thought I wanted you, but now that I got my chance with you, I don't want you. I'm not in love with you like that little puppy dog that was lusting after you. And that wasn't love, that was lust. I don't want you. And by that time, it was too late. I was stuck with him in my house. Ugh. Yo, I'm an ex super soldier. Getting rid of you. That's getting rid of you. You dumping me is me getting rid of dead weight. It's basically the trash taking itself out to the curb. Go right ahead. Leave me. Please. Please. The only way you're going to get out of my house is if you find another girl and she takes you in. Please. Please get on a dating app. Please. Hi, Chuck. You took her to church. Yeah, priests and psychologists don't really know certain things. Yes, I have a memory of James Rink. I use his name in my book now that he's deceased. Yeah, him and I were supposed to do a video together on a couple different occasions. Like I was supposed to be on his channel, but I never went on. I don't think he really wanted me on because I was into Yahusha. I didn't know him personally, but I remember him from the deep underground military bases. Yeah, so listen, there's some people where I'm holding open the door, packing. I actually packed him his suitcases and his kids' suitcases. I packed his stuff up. I was such a dumbass to take him back, but he was only playing that game to have me take him back to get me to drop the charges, and I did like a dumbass. But the prosecutor's office was not having that. They had to put an ankle monitor on him to make sure he stayed away from me. That was why I left New Jersey April 2019, because if I didn't, I would have never gotten away from the guy. And the prosecutor's office put an ankle bracelet on him. He would I don't even want to get into a long story. Like, I mean, if we're talking one-on-one because somebody's going through a hard time, I got stories to share, but I don't really want to get into that right now. I'm so glad he's gone. I'm so glad I don't have his name. I'm so glad I never had his kid. I'm so glad I am not his. No. The hate towards them to get into conflict with everybody else. Oh, what's video? You reminded me of a video I got.
Really supposed to defend themselves.
Mimi, let me just turn it around and ask you something. Which of us is the terrorist?
Wait a second.
You tell me.
Here.
Which of us is the terrorist? You tell me.
When are the Israelis supposed to defend themselves?
Mimi, let me just turn it around and ask you something. You are a family. You have lived in St. Paul, Minnesota.
You too, Chuck.
For, let's say, 100 years. And all of a sudden, I show up on your doorstep. And I say to you, Mimi, get out of this house. This is my house. Let me tell you why it's my house. It's my house because my religion says it's my house. Now get out. Now, I happen to be standing on your doorstep with a gun pointed at your head. And you sit there and you say, well, no. What are you talking about? We've been here 100 years. I'm sorry. Get out, Mimi. So you leave, because you know if you don't, I'm going to blow up your house and blow up your family. So you start throwing rocks. And that's when I level an RPG at you and your family and your house. And I pull the trigger, and all of a sudden, whoosh, you're all gone. Now, which of us is the terrorist? You tell me.
I was fooled.
Which of us is the terrorist?
I was fooled. I'm not allowed. We're apparently not allowed to say the Z word anymore because of censorship and stuff like that. But apparently the apple juice boxes. Oh, it just eludes me what I was going to say about the apple juice boxes. They had me fooled and baffled too. The apple juice boxes had me fooled and baffled too. I thought they were the good guys and everybody else was the terrorists. When I read in scripture that countries circled around them and they trembled in fear, or they're gonna tremble in fear, I thought, oh, poor apple juice boxes, poor them. No, not poor them. They're the terrorists. And just because they're on the Holy Land doesn't give them any right to anything. And then you get a bunch of Christians out there. Oh, I got to bless them because if I don't, I'm going to hell. Holly, I'm going to trust my gut instinct on this. And I'm going to bless them. Okay. Like belittling me to make sure they can barack evil. Because if they don't, they'll go to hell, according to their stupid doctrine. They're chosen by Molech. I think it's another name for Baal. Now, Heavenly Abba Yahuwah says don't have any other names in your mouth because you honor who you speak. So I just want to honor Yahusha that came in Yahuwah's name. Only. But yeah, those apple juice box liars. Apple juice boxes are liars, yes. To come to find out, our president's won. Hey, Vito, how are you? Hi, Carmen. You're over here now. I was actually going to get going because I was thinking about food. I have a half a sandwich in there. And I don't know, I feel like eating. I'm hungry. Tomorrow I'll go out and shovel the chicken shed and my car. I didn't do it today. I slept today. But yesterday I was out in the snow a lot and I'm still grieving, so I hope tomorrow's a better day. I gotta get working on my book. Maybe I can put a couple hours into my book. That'd be nice if I did. Yeah, the apple juice boxes. Yep. Yeah. Oh, we can rip Islam apart. Oh, we can rip any religion we want apart. But we can't talk about them. We can't talk about the Talmud, the Kabbalah. We can't talk about the Hasidic ones. We can't talk about the Ashkenazi. And when people sit there going, hey, well, I can say it because I was born. Yeah. Well, sadly, I'm a Rothschild science project come to life, and I got their DNA coursing through me. So if I want to expose apple juice boxes and all their minions, I will. But when other people say it, it's like they wind up supporting the Talmud and Kabbalah. And it's like, Yeah, they try to be a race of their own. They're not. Jews are classified as whites. Puerto Ricans are classified as white. Oh, that's another thing. That was another thing why I wanted nothing to do with that guy, is because he had his 16-year-old kid believing that Puerto Rican was black. She grew up for 16, 17 years thinking that she was black. No, sweetie, Puerto Ricans are white. Baby girl. Your dad let you grow up for 16 years, 17 years thinking that you're black. You are no more black. Closer to being black than you, because I'm Sicilian. I'm half Sicilian. You're Puerto Rican. The juice boxes are white. Hasidics, the Ashkenazi, they're all white. Hispanics, they're classified as white. They're a different ethnic group, but there's three races: white, black, Oriental, or Asian. Even then, the Ashkenazis, they might actually fall under Asian and not white. I'm not positive, but I can tell you what, none of them are black. And just because they're chosen, and when people run out and get blood tests, if it comes saying they're a Jew, it does not mean they're chosen either. It's an inside job where time travelers put it into some point in the past and not having AI. Also, AI is Yeah, I heard AI is going to replace all religion because it's words. Like AI is I'm not going to say it right and the words elude me, but it's an AI, it's a word application, like anything made of words. And the words are eluding me. Religion is made up of words, and because AI runs on these word applications, it's now going to replace everything with words. We're going to lose words. It's all gone to hell. It's all gone to hell. Base Q heritage, born in Mexico, Hispanic. I think I love the different ethnic groups. I can appreciate the different ethnic groups. But if he's not going to raise his kid on the truth, I don't want to be next to him. I had a couple friends die in Newark, but it was not worth going to their funerals if I had to deal with him. Plus, I'm not a drug addict. I don't have any business being around those people. Hey, Giga, how are you? It's all going to hell, all right? I was just open topic, just looking to hang out. We surpassed Babel's Tower. Yeah, we surpassed that, all right. We surpassed, like you said, Babel's Tower. We surpassed Sodom and Gomorrah. We're cruising for a lot more than just a bruising. Yep. I hope we repent. And what comes next is the war of all wars. People want to say, oh, well, good's going to win. We're going to be fine. No, we're not. And good's going to have to go through a shite ton of war and die before it ever gets good again. It's going to take his return. It's that bad. And there's so many more of the bad guys than good guys. It's going to take Yahusha's return. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. The last thing I feel like doing is dishes or cooking. I think I'm going to go get some fresh mozzarella cheese with... What do I put on it again, Alba? I think it's balsamic vinegar and red wine vinegar, too. Both of them are just one. Yeah, I put a couple drops of each on fresh mozzarella cheese, but I have, these flatbread crackers. Oh, and I got sun-dried tomatoes. So balsamic vinegar and red wine vinegar on top of sliced fresh mozzarella with sun-dried tomatoes on top of the right cracker could be amazing. And then, yeah, well, what happened was they had a pound of fresh mozzarella on sale from $10 down to $2. I should have bought a whole bunch more than just 2 pounds, but I got 2 pounds. I'm going to have to find Ziploc bags. I'm wondering if these are the right crackers or not. I'll want some. So if I put the fresh mozzarella on these, it would be okay. That way, at least I could hold it up and eat it. I don't have bruschetta. But, those are actually pretty good crackers. It's flatbread, 5 whole grains and seeds. Good. I'm so lazy. I wish the refrigerator would bring itself here and like get out the fresh mozzarella and of course wrap it up again. Get out the sun-dried tomatoes and just make my food for me. But I know Yahusha was a carpenter, but did he like to cook? I mean, apparently he liked to do bartending on the side, but did he like to cook? Because I really need a chef. I hope he did. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to get going and try to get motivated to work on my book. And my cell phone's going dead anyway, so I miss so many calls and text messages. I missed Vinny's calls. Now I'm kicking myself in the ass for missing his calls because he's dead. All right. I love you guys. Have a great night, beautiful, fine folks. Stay warm. And I hope you have power.